to begin our practice, we're just going to be starting off by laying down on the spine. So just coming into that comfortable position on your back, just with the knees bent and the feet and the knees at hip distance apart. So starting to think about drawing the belly button down towards the spine, really switching on your core muscles. Just to help to switch on and heat up those muscles, we're going to be doing some bent knee fallouts. So if you would like to, you can take your peace fingers onto the insides of your hip bones just to really feel those muscles working. So thinking about drawing the hip bones across towards each other and in towards the spine. We're going to take the right knee out to the side slightly and then back to hip distance with the left knee. So just out to the side slightly and then back to hip distance. So really want to just make it a subtle movement to the side and then back in, to the side and back in, making sure that that opposite leg is remaining nice and still here. So using your exhale breath to take it out to the side, nice and controlled, just warming up those beautiful deep abdominals. Last 3 and 2, last 1. Back to hip distance, hands go behind the head, drawing the chin slightly in towards the chest, just for some abdominal curls, further warming up through that area. So lifting through the head and the shoulders and lowering back down. Always using your exhale breath here as you lift up. Last 5. On this last one, we're going to hold up at the top. So here, we're just going to be taking one leg out long, so extending through the right leg out long. We're going to take that leg up towards the ceiling, then flexing into the foot, and we're going to lower down. So we're going to point and lift up, flex and lower. Point, inhale, exhale as you lower down. Trying to keep that lift through the head and the shoulders here. Keeping the leg nice and strong. Really trying to draw the belly button down towards the spine. And 2, last 1, up towards the ceiling now. We're going to do 10 abdominal curls. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding that lift, swapping legs over. So now with the left leg extended, I'm going to take the foot up, then flex and lower. Really trying to lift through the head and the shoulders. And 3, last 2, one more time, taking it back up, 10 abdominal curls. So we lower down, lifting up. Three, last 2, and 1. lowering back down, taking the foot down onto the mat. We're going to imprint the spine, so drawing down through the abdomen, trying to press the lower back in towards the mat. We're going to lift the legs up and extend all the way up towards the ceiling, pointing into the toes. We're going to draw some circles here. So these circles don't have to be very big at all. You can go quite large with the circles, or you can just go the size of a basketball or even smaller if you would like to. Really trying to make sure that you're using those abdominal muscles to make sure that you're not arching through your back. In the opposite direction now, exhaling down, inhaling back up. And 3, last 2, and 1. Then into your tabletop position here. We're going to keep the knees and the feet at hip distance apart. Hands are going to go back behind the head, the chin slightly drawn in towards the chest. So we're going to lift up through the head and the shoulders, then tap, tap, and lower back down. So lifting up, inhaling here, exhale tap, inhale back up, exhale tap, inhale up. Just one more time with that flow. Then lowering back down through the head and the shoulders. We're going to take the feet back down onto the mat, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling with the pads of your hands just facing down towards the knees. We're going to lift up through the head and the shoulders and reach the arms past the hips here. Coming into some hundreds. So we're going to beat the arms up and down, trying to lift through the head and the shoulders and the chest furthermore with every exhale breath. As always, if you need to, one hand behind the head for some extra support, or lowering all the way back down and just beating into the arms. And last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering back down. Hands go back behind the head here with the elbows out wide into some oblique curls with lift foot. So we're going to rotate from the right shoulder towards the left thigh. So lifting up and rotating, we're going to lift that left leg into tabletop, then lowering back down, opposite side, and lowering. Exhale to lift and rotate, and inhale as you come back down. So the last 2 of these before we change the movement up. So we're going to now come into our oblique curl with the lift foot. Then we're going to hold the head and the shoulders as they are and hold that twist. I'm going to take the leg back up towards the ceiling, then flexing into the foot as you bring it down, then pointing, lifting back up, bringing the foot down and lowering the head and the shoulders over to the opposite side. So we're going to lift up, take the foot up, extend down low, then lift back up, bring the foot back down and lowering through the head and the shoulders, lifting. Last two. And one more time. Here we're going to lift the legs back into a tabletop position here. So we need to imprint into the spine to lift them into that tabletop position. This time with the feet and the knees glued in together for a double toe tap. So we're keeping the toes pointed here down towards the mat as we tap. So we tap, then lift back up. Tapping down and lifting. If this is just a little bit too much for your core or for your back, then you're more than welcome to go into more of a single leg double tap, or without double taps, if you need to, you can bend into the knees slightly. It will take the exercise away from your core, but the double toe tap is a little bit more tricky than the single toe taps. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into that tabletop position. Now taking the legs back to hip distance apart. Hands go behind the head just to help to lift through the head and the shoulders up. I'm going to draw the right knee in towards the chest and extend the left leg out long. So taking the hands over to the leg here, and we're going to swap. So we're going to swap, hold on to the opposite leg, so onto the shin and the knee, then swap, swap, swap. Keeping that lift through the head and the shoulders. Changing up the movement now. So we're going to extend into both legs, then swap. A little bit of a huff, huff here, and then swap, huff, huff. Feeling a little bit of a lovely stretch through the hamstrings as you find that core challenge. We're going to make our way into a crisscross action now. So hands go back behind the head. As we bring the knee in, we rotate towards that bent knee and then swap. Swap and swap. Another 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering back down. We're going to finish off with some pulses here. So hands go back behind the head, chin drawn in towards the chest. We're going to lift up and we're going to pulse at the top. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering back down, finishing off that core session. So you're more than welcome to find some stretches here if you would like, or start with one of the other practices. But I really hope you enjoyed and that your core feels nice and strong after that, and your back feels lovely after strengthening into your core. We'll see you guys soon. Mwah, sending so much love. Bye.